Hello and welcome to Me, the Wife and Wrexham AFC.
A weekly podcast and YouTube channel where we discuss all things Wrexham.
So sit back, put your feet up, relax and let's get stuck in.
Hello and welcome to episode 168 of Me, the Wife and Wrexham AFC.
It's a very dainty intro, that was.
I'm
You're feeling
a bit-
delicate.
I'm a bit tired. Yeah, I'm not, early morning kickoffs.
It was in the afternoon.
It was
but
in the afternoon, but it's just a big rush in the morning, isn't it, after a long hard...
Get up earlier, maybe?
A long
Get
hard...
ready earlier, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what to suggest to you. I mean... half 12 is not that early, you know. And I think last time I checked, we live 7 minutes from the ground. So, you know, maybe it says more about you than it does about the situation. I don't know.
I'm tired.
Yeah. Okay.
Shut up.
Anyway, what's coming up?
So, on this week's show, we are going to have a COP update. We discuss our league meeting with Derby on Saturday. Our Carabao Cup third round match with Reading. We look ahead at the two league games that we've got this week. We've got Leicester on Tuesday and we have Birmingham on Friday. And also the quiz. Yeah.
And also the quiz. Yeah, busy week coming up, isn't it? Games Saturday, Tuesday, Friday. So that's 3 games in 6 days. I think once you hit October, they start coming thick and fast, don't they? They sort of ease you in with sort of a game every weekend, maybe the odd cup game thrown in midweek, but
Our first evening league game, because obviously we've had the cup games in the evening, but this is our first league evening game. So 2 evening games this week. We've got obviously Leicester on Tuesday evening, and then we've got Friday evening Birmingham.
I'd say, yeah. I mean, they're very.
Is it 8 o'clock on?
8 o'clock on Friday, so very much night. I think I think I'm into night mode
After a
when it gets
long week in work as well. That's at least if it's a Saturday game, you've got like Friday evening to sort of recoup and all that sort of stuff. Not recoup.
I've got a horrendous week. I realised quite early, so I'm up at 5 a.m. on Monday, working my Monday shift. I'm up at 5 a.m. Tuesday, and then straight after work I'm home, shower, pick you up from work, pick Alfie up from school, then we're straight to Leicester, watch the game, walk back to the car, probably get back about 12:30, 1 in the morning, and then I've managed to get a later shift on the Wednesday, but the caveat to that is it's a 12-hour shift, which I'm working 10 till 10.
And then you've got to get up at 5.
And then I'm back up at 5 a.m. on the Thursday. And then Friday, another 5 a.m. start, home, all that. And then we've got a game in the evening. I'm looking for... We're
going to have one grumpy Ryan on our hands next week.
Oh, do you know what? I'm already looking forward to the weekend. And we're currently on the weekend before it, and I'm already looking forward to the next one. Oh dear me. Anyway,
so let's talk about the COP update.
Yeah.
There's not really that much to talk about, is there? There's a few cranes and things there now. Not cranes, JCBs, I think I saw.
I think they've just put them there just to make it out that they're doing something, to be honest. So there's an announcement this week, which is why we brought this up. So I'll read it out. Wrexham AFC have appointed McLaren Construction, Midlands and North under a PCSA, which is a pre-construction services agreement for the redevelopment of the COP. Early works will begin later this month. The full build programme is scheduled for completion. Now, this is the key word. This is the first acknowledgement of this. The programme is scheduled for completion during the 26-27 season. So
I thought it had to be completed by July next year.
No, so they'd originally agreed it would be finished in time for the Euros, the under-19s Euros tournament, so that it could host games and all that sort of stuff. Everyone was a little bit confused because no visible work has started on the Cop. And we thought, well, time's ticking on. And then we got through July, nothing had happened. And then we got through August and nothing had happened. And then we were quite a way through September and still nothing had happened. And we thought, hang on a minute, we thought this was supposed to be ready for next summer for the under-19s Euros. And I think the key word in this, like I said, is the word during the 26-27 season. So it's the first real acknowledgement from the club that this is not going to be ready for the under-19 Euros. And it is also the knock-on effect of that is it's also not going to be ready for the start of next season, which... For me, it's ready when it's ready, okay? Which is fine.
That's because we've got season tickets and it doesn't really affect us. But people who can't get tickets, are struggling to get tickets, it's going to have a knock-on effect for them. It
is, and I think it creates another issue because you get it ready in the summer. You in the lead up to it being ready, you obviously have to have test events. If you've got a new ground or a new stand or something like that, and you normally do 25% capacity for a test, okay?
Yeah, like they did with the temporary Cup.
And then you'll do 50% capacity, then 75, and then you will open it up, okay? Now, for me, the problem this creates is I dare say there's a lot of people who are currently season ticket holders within the racecourse that will want to relocate to the new Cop when it is built.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, so the fact that it's now not going to be ready for the start of next season, but is going to be ready during the season, how does that now work? Do you sell season tickets to people in their existing seats where they currently are? But then when it's in the lead up to it being ready, you say, do you want to move?
Yeah,
is that how it's going to work? Because logistically, surely that creates a little bit of a nightmare.
Yeah.
Rather than going, okay, it's going to be ready for the start of the season. Season tickets are now available. Do you want to sit in your existing seat or do you want to pick a seat in the new Cop? But now that's not possible to do that. So I don't know. I think logistically, maybe it creates a bit of a headache. But it's moving in the right direction. Bit by bit, we're getting there. And, it's...
you never know. They might have it done earlier,
They might
builders like to scratch their heads and say, it's going to be done in about 12 years.
Cup of tea? Tea break.
Bacon butty.
Tea break.
Really, what's the word? Pigeonholing builders.
Yeah, it is.
We are just joking.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, if you want. Yeah. But that's my experience anyway. But so it's a bit disappointing. It should have been ready. Originally, it was going to be ready for the start of this season.
Excuse me, sorry, I sneezed.
And then it was ready for the start of next season. Now it's been pushed back again. It's going to be ready for at some point during the season. But when during the season, the start, the middle, the end.
And there is potential for there to be even further delays.
Of course there is.
Because people, when you start building something, you don't know what's going to happen.
No, you don't. So look, like Siân said, update / not much of an update. There's not a lot happening, but we have... we have taken on McLaren, the construction people, not the car people. Obviously, that would be bold.
That would be strange.
But watch the space, I suppose. We'll keep updating as things move on.
Or watch the massive space that's
behind the goal.
Behind the goal, yeah. And you'll,
Few of the things from this week. So there's going to be, excitingly, a Joey Jones mural, which is going to not Muriel, which is going to be painted on the side of the turf. That's really exciting. They had a GoFundMe page for that. Lots of people have donated to that. Anything that's left over is going to be donated to charity. I'm excited because I think one of the reasons I'm really excited is where we leave the ground after a game is right next to the turf, and that is where the mural's going to be. So it is literally, we will see it at the end of every home game as we leave the ground. I'm really excited to see it, and that's very fitting, I would say, that it's been put on the turf, and I'm excited to see it. To be honest, I think it'll be really nice. It'll be quite an emotional thing for a lot of people.
And obviously, if you're coming in towards Wrexham as well from like the bypass way, you'll see it, and it'll be a lovely tribute to a lovely man who obviously is, and will be forever probably, missed by everybody, every Wrexham fan.
Definitely. And I am really excited to see that. So that's coming soon. Watch this space, social media. I'll put it like this. It will definitely be finished before the Cop is. Let's put it like that. So, looking forward to seeing that.
Also last week, Phil Parkinson.
There's no G in his name.
No, there's none. No G.
Can I just stop you?
What?
Something that I've spotted.
What?
I spotted it a minute ago, and I didn't say anything because I was hoping it would fall off. But you've put your hoodie on, right? your Wrexham, me and the wife and Wrexham AFC hoodie, and there's a little bit of fluff on the end of your chin from the inside of the hoodie. And I didn't want you to go the whole episode people going, "What's that on the end of Sean's chin?" But they don't need to now because I've taken it off. So there we go. Sorry.
Anyway.
You can carry on.
Yes. So, Phil Parkinson this week.
Parkinson
has been given the freedom of Wrexham, which Rob and Ryan already have.
Yeah.
It sounds very bizarre, freedom of Wrexham, but he said, "It's a great honour and very humbling speaking to a lot of people outside my normal realm. It just really hit home to me, the impact on the club's success."
If this is like
I don't get what a freedom of Wrexham is. Is he allowed to just like run around Wrexham naked and not get arrested?
I think he's allowed to ride his horse and cart through the town on market day. No, I'm joking. I mean, it's just one of them things, isn't it? It's like, I think they call it different things in different places. It's like you've been given the key to the city. I think they say in a lot of places as well.
But what does that entail, though?
It just
I said, is he allowed to run around Wrexham naked and not get arrested for it?
I think if you get up in the middle of the night and you think, I need a cup of tea. Right, and you've got no milk in the fridge, I think you can bowl down to Tesco and just knock on the window and go, "Hello, I've got the key to the city."
I doubt.
Let me know.
I don't think so.
I don't know, to be honest. I think it's not. I don't think you get anything for it.
It's just an honour.
Yeah, it's just a case of going, we are honouring your achievements relating to Wrexham as a borough.
I'm surprised it's taken this long, though, to be fair.
No, I don't know, really. I suppose there's a lot of red tape that comes along with doing stuff like this. And they probably do it at certain times of the year, and it's probably, it's just Phil's turn for it. And it's nice, I think. I think it's a step in the right direction for him getting his own statue outside the ground. I think he's got the freedom of the city. He'll take that for now, and I think a nice statue of him would be the next fitting tribute. I think
you should only have a statue when you die.
Do you think?
Yeah, because it's like a a forever thing, isn't it?
In memoriam, sort of.
Yeah. So, like, obviously,
I don't know.
We've lost Joey Jones.
So yeah,
I think a fitting statue for Joey Jones would be a lovely.
It would.
Tribute.
Yes, it would, and I totally agree with that. I suppose it depends where. It depends where you fall on that, because lots of clubs have statues for like ex-managers and stuff who have passed away, or ex-players who potentially have passed away, and that sort of thing. But there are clubs out there who have, they have statues for like living heroes. Like I know, for example, Man City, they've got a Vincent Kompany statue outside their ground. I mean, he's very much still alive, Vincent Kompany, and I think they've got a David Silva one as well. Again, very much still alive.
He still plays for Man City, doesn't he?
He does not, no.
There is a Silva that plays for it, though, isn't
That's Bernardo Silva, yes.
I don't care, it's Man City.
Yeah, I'm just saying, so there are different ways of looking at it. I get your point. Yes, I do. So maybe that is something for the future. Sorry, I keep touching my face. I have this thing where I've been very cold, like out at a game, and I come back and I sort of start to warm up. All the heat goes to my face, and my face is on fire. I'm
at the other end of the spectrum.
Yeah,
I am freezing, but I'm not allowed to put the heating on.
But yeah, statue-wise, yeah, I'd love to see a Parky statue. I would equally love to see a Joey Jones statue. So yeah, we'll wait and see. I think we've got a lot going on at the moment, haven't we? Where, you know, the Cop's being redeveloped. There's future plans for the Wrexham Lager stand. You know, what's going to happen there? How's that going to, you know, get redeveloped? And, you know, maybe one day in the future there'll be an opportunity for statues or all that sort of stuff. Yeah, it would be interesting to see, but I think Phil deserves one. I definitely do.
But I think he's quite a humble guy, and I just think that maybe he'd be like, I don't want a statue.
Oh, God, no. I think most people would not want a statue of them.
You would love a statue of yourself.
I'm not sure I would, you know.
Yeah, you would.
No, I'd have to sign off on the design.
It's just your face.
Well, no, it's not. It's your whole body, isn't it? You know, and I'd have to, I don't know. And I think generally people normally get statue when they've left the club as well. Because if they were to do something bad while they were at the club, like let's say we went on a horrific run and Parky got us relegated 2 or 3 times in a row
to the National League.
Well, I think
like
that statue's getting ripped down, innit? Do you know what I mean?
By fans, probably.
Yeah, by fans, yeah, probably. So maybe you're probably right. A serving manager probably wouldn't get a statue.
No. But yes, I see what, you know, a statue, because he's done so much for this club.
Yes.
So much. So, yeah. Anyway, let's move on to our third round of the, not the FA Cup. We haven't even started that yet.
No.
The EFL Cup, the Carabao Cup, as it's actually called. So, there were quite a few changes.
10 changes from Norwich.
So, yes. So, which is I'm not surprised one little bit. You know, everybody I spoke to, like, yeah, they're going to make loads of changes.
Yeah.
If not, all 11 players.
Yeah.
So, we had Burton in goal.
Yeah.
Over Okonkwo. In the back 3, we had Brunt, Doyle and Scar.
Yeah.
And on the right...
Yeah.
We had Barnett.
Yeah.
And on the left, we had McLean. And then in the middle, we had Matty James and Thomason and
Elliot Lee.
Elliot Lee.
I was quite surprised to see Elliot Lee. It was a strange one, really, because you sort of forget he's still at the club to an extent. And I'm not being disrespectful to Elliot in any way, but
a lot of players are like that, though.
Yeah, I sort of... It's one of them things... What do they call it? The Mandela effect. When you believe something to be true and you convince yourself that it's true, but it's not. But I think the Mandela effect's a little bit more that large groups of people believe something's true that never actually happened. But I think in my head, I sort of thought Elliot Lee left. But I think because you see all these like quote unquote legends leave, you see like Mullin and Palmer and that, you just sort of, I think I've just sort of grouped Elliot Lee into that.
Yeah.
That I thought he'd gone, and then you're like, oh yeah, Elliot Lee's still here.
He's still here. He's still going strong.
So yeah, he had a start. We had Smith up front.
Yep.
And Broadhead just in behind.
Do you know what? A lot of people, when they saw Broadhead on the team sheet, I think a lot of people were like, oh. Because we had a discussion last week, didn't we? About...
Did they? I don't think they did.
Yeah, well, I just think because we haven't seen him playing that much.
Yeah.
People are a bit like, is there something stopping him from playing?
Yeah.
But my God, was that the best decision that Parky ever made? I think with Broadhead, I just think we paid a lot of money for Broadhead, apparently, because obviously it was undisclosed.
Yeah, it's not.
So I think, yeah, I wasn't surprised that he was in, because obviously there was like so many changes. But I was like, when I started watching, I was like quite interested to see how he would fare. Well,
you watched the game, didn't you?
I did.
And
I watched it all on my Billy Lonesome.
Yeah, because I was working, unfortunately. So unfortunately for the Carabao Cup, it's a plus and a negative for me, because I'm not that into the League Cup at all. But at the same time, it also falls when I work afternoons. Well, it has the first 3 rounds, so I don't have to really feel any guilt that I'm not watching it, because, I'm working. So there's not a lot I can do about that.
You'll be off for the round 4, though.
I will be.
We are hopefully going to go to that if you get tickets.
Yeah, well, we will get tickets, because
of course, it's at home, isn't it?
We'll talk about that in a minute. But look, like I said, 10 changes. The only person who kept his spot from the Norwich game on the Saturday was Callum Doyle.
Yeah.
Which gave us a big indication about what was going to happen on the following Saturday, about whether he was going to play or not. I think the fact that he started that game indicated he probably wasn't. Lewis Brunt, James McLean, George Thomason also played at Carrow Road. They came off the bench and had minutes against Reading as well. George Thomason made his home debut.
I still don't know what he looks like. Do you know, it's so difficult. It's like
when you've got all these new players. I know, and I think he's got in my head, I'm still not 100% sure what he looks like, but I feel like he's got a bit of a look of Ryan Longman about him. Has he? Or is that just in my head completely? I get if I sit here now and think George Thomason, Ryan Longman just pops in my head. No. But I don't know if they look anything alike or not.
I think they do.
Okay, fair enough.
No, I think you're wrong.
Barney made his 100th Wrexham appearance against Reading as well, so well done.
And it was his birthday.
It was his birthday, all at once for him. All at once, so well done to him.
Well done for having a birthday.
No, not for having a birthday. I mean, for making 100 appearances is what I mean. Very even first half. I would say, if anything, Reading probably had the better chances.
I thought Charlie Savage.
Yeah.
I thought he is a good player.
He's very good.
He is. He was just on everybody constantly.
Yeah, he is a very good player, and I think he's destined for more than League One. Let's put it like that. I could have put it a little bit more negatively about Reading, but I don't want to say that. I just think he's destined for more than League One. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah.
0-0 at half time. I think they hit the post, didn't they, in the first half? It was quite a tight angle, sort of hit the post / bar. I'm not sure exactly where it was. They had a couple of decent shots. Like I said, I don't think anyone could claim we were the better team in the first half.
No,
even-ish, but they probably edged it. I would say in that first half. 12 minutes into the second half, Broadhead scored his first goal for Wrexham.
Oh, it was a superb goal as well.
It was nice.
It was a
Tucked
bit.
It away
it
lovely.
Was a bit sexy.
A little bit. I think Elliot Lee had a shot, sort of rebounded back. He nipped in.
Rebounded,
yeah.
Rebounded, you just said.
What's wrong with rebounded?
Rebound.
Oh, sorry. Am I not emphasising the E enough for you?
Rebounded. I've never heard it.
Just conversational.
I've never heard it called rebounded.
Rebounded. I was just trying to get through the word quickly.
He's on the rebound. He's on the rebound.
Anyway, came back to Broadhead. He whipped it in the far post. Nice finish.
It rebounded.
And I think it was... I'm just going to pull the mic closer and talk louder, you know. I think we could definitely file the goal, and he needed that one.
Do you know what? I was sitting on my own watching the football, and I was like, "Oh!" I said this out loud as well. I was like, "Oh, I'm glad he got that. He needed that."
Yeah, I think
I actually said it out loud, and I was like, "Oh, there's no one here." Oh, actually, the dog was there, so I was talking to her. She likes having a conversation. Our dog.
13 minutes later, we thought Broadhead had scored again. His second, and, very happy. It's since been given to Sam Smith, though.
Has it?
Yes.
Well, blimey, I didn't know that piece of information.
So, so Broadhead, it was a header, obviously. It hit the bar. It came down off the bar. We've obviously got goal line technology now. It sort of appeared like the ref had sort of went to point towards his watch, which is how he indicates it's over the line. A weird little thing happened where the keeper didn't have it. The defender sort of nudged it closer towards the line. The keeper went to grab it, and then Sam Smith sort of nipped in between the both of them and just put it in. And then Sam was getting a bit of abuse. Sam was trying to claim it on Instagram. And
was he?
Yeah, and then he got a little bit of abuse from, I think it was definitely James McLean was in there. And there was a couple of other Wrexham players.
Oh, so only banter.
Yeah.
Not like actual
sort of
abuse.
digging him out a little bit, going, yeah, right, okay, if you want to claim that one. It has since been given officially to him.
Oh, I thought he got a brace, bless him.
No, so if you see it from the other angle, so from the angle of where the away fans are, it hits the bar, comes down, and it comes down pretty much flush on the line. So it's definitely not in. So it's definitely not his. So Sam's done the right thing. He's done the striker thing by following it in and making sure that
he's on the sheet.
Yeah, but he's made sure it's in. Don't worry about what's been given, what everyone's shouting. Just make sure it's in.
Yeah.
And he's done that. So fair play to him. And he did get a bit of abuse, and but he was right to do it, and he was right to claim it as well. So he's been given that.
Well, I say he could have given Broadhead his 5 minutes of fame,
but it didn't go in. So no, a striker's never going to give it to someone who hasn't actually scored, are they? So
okay.
Callum Burton clean sheet, so we won that one 2-0. He's gone 359 minutes now, Callum Burton, without conceding a goal.
That's impressive.
Yeah, so he's doing well for us when he's been called upon. We had attendance just under 9,500, which is really good for a Carabao Cup game. I dare say the next one's going to be sold out, but we'll talk about that in a second. We had to wait very patiently for the fourth round draw, because I think in the previous 2 rounds we've had the game, and then the draw's been on the night of the game, but there was more games on the Wednesday, and we had to wait until the Wednesday games before the draw happened. We had to sort of sit twiddling our thumbs for 24 hours for the draw. We were convinced it was going to be Grimsby or Wycombe, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We thought it'd just be our luck. We'll get Grimsby. Not that there's anything wrong with those teams, but we kind of want to. We've played Grimsby and we've played Wycombe, and it's like we want to play teams that we're not going to play in the league.
Yes. There was a 73% chance that we would get a Premier League team. That's how many Premier League teams were there, and how many sort of non-Premier League teams. 73% chance. Like Siân said earlier, it always falls when I'm in work, but I'm off for the whole week when the fourth round's going to be on, which is week commencing the 27th of October. So I was literally like, I'll go anywhere. Away at Tottenham, away to Arsenal, away at Newcastle. I will literally go anywhere.
I mean, I've got work
You've got work.
You and Alfie are fine.
I don't think I counted you in that. I literally said I would go anywhere.
Yeah.
I would. I would have gone anywhere. Didn't matter to me. I would have gone as long as it was a new ground that I hadn't been to before. I'd been right up for it.
Yeah.
Obviously, Swansea and Cardiff were in the draw as well. So 3 out of the 16 teams in the draw were Welsh, which I'm sure there's lots of English fans out there would have hated that. Get back in your own country. Get back in your own cup competition. And I suppose it was almost destiny that we were going to draw one of them out.
Yeah.
And we did. We got Cardiff at home. And how do you? I'll explain. I'll tell you how I feel about it in a minute. How did you feel? Gut reaction when we were drawn at home to Cardiff. What was your gut reaction to that draw?
I'm not going to lie. I was a little bit gutted because I wanted someone like Liverpool or Everton away and all that kind of stuff. But
Everton are out, I think.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay. Not them then. But then I thought about it. Obviously, they came down, or they went down to League One from the Championship last season. So the likelihood that we're going to play them, well, definitely not going to play them this season. So I thought it's a nice opportunity because, like I said, we want to play a team that we've never played before, or we're not going to play in the league, and Cardiff is one of those teams. But I think Welsh derbies scare me a bit.
Yeah, maybe. I get that. I was excited. I was really excited when it came out. And possibly more. I'm sorry, but there's a dog barking outside, and it is going nuts. I don't know if you can hear that on the mic.
I think it's our next door neighbour's dog.
It needs to shut up. Neighbours are not in the good books at the moment because they don't listen to this, so it's fine.
How do you know they don't?
I don't know they don't, but if they start giving us dirty looks after I say this, then I'll know they do. They're renovating their house, and it's like they're drilling every single minute of the weekend.
Like late at night, early
constantly.
In the morning. Well, it's not them. They've got people in to do
They've got
it for
people.
them.
Yes, I know, but I just like, just give us a break. It's like someone's drilling inside my mind at the moment. Anyway, sorry, move on. I was excited, and some may argue this is a better draw than a Premier League team, and I'm sort of in that bracket. I wanted someone big away, somewhere I hadn't been before. The Emirates, St James's Park. I've not been before. The Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. But then when Cardiff came out, I was like, oh, actually, forget all them. This'll do me. Mm-hmm. This is better for me. The last time we played them was 2004. And that was the FAW Premier Cup. I think that was... So we got, kicked out of the Welsh Cup years ago. They were like, no, you and Cardiff and that, it's too good to be in the Welsh Cup, so you can't go in that. But they wanted some sort of, cup for the better Welsh teams. So there was, this FAW Premier Cup or invitational sort of thing that got created where it was... us, Cardiff, Swansea, and some teams, so the best teams from the League of Wales as well. So anyway, we beat them on penalties in that, and then we went on to win that competition in 2004. In the league, we haven't played them since the 01-02 season. We lost both them games in that season. I remember playing them, not me personally, but I mean when I was a kid, I remember my dad taking me to watch Wrexham Cardiff on quite a few occasions. One that sticks in my mind is we lost 3-0 at home at the Racecourse. We just got battered, played off the park that game, lost 3-0 at home. I think that must have been in about 1995. But as I say, this has been, it feels like a long time coming. And the longer I think about it, the more excited I am chuffed because we haven't had this for such a long time, and it's a really exciting thing. It's not just... Look, some people will say this isn't a derby, right? That's fine. It doesn't matter what you want to call it.
It's a Welsh derby, though.
If you want to call it a derby or you don't, I don't care. It is what it is, but it is two Welsh clubs playing in the English leagues, and you're going to get, whatever happens, you're going to get a Welsh club in the quarterfinals of this competition. I am really excited. It's North versus South. We're the capital, but all the Cardiff fans say we're the capital of Wales. All the Wrexham fans are, well, actually, Welsh football was born in Wrexham, don't you know? And it's like, it's already started. The bickering started, and it's going to be a month of build-up to a great tie. I think
South Wales is more rugby orientated than football orientated.
Full on egg chasers down south, definitely. And I think when they come up here, we'll show them how to play football.
Shut up! Don't say stuff like that.
Full on. Any Cardiff fans listening, come on, let's be having you. Look, I am excited. I am very excited for this. I can't wait. And now the dust has settled on the draw, I'm glad we didn't get a Premier League team. I'm glad this is the game that we got.
How many rounds are there?
So after this, the next round, so this is the last 16, then it'll be the last 8, which is the quarterfinals. So we get through the next round, we're in the quarterfinals. So that's exciting.
Has that ever happened before?
Stop throwing stuff at me.
Sorry.
I don't ever remember being in the... Certainly, it's not in our lifetime. Because I think the last time we were in the 4th round was 1977.
That sounds familiar, that does, yeah.
Have we been past... I don't know. I don't know, if I'm honest. I'll Google it and I'll let you know in the lead up to this game how far we've been before. Because I genuinely don't know.
You frown at me then going... You absolute buffoon. Why have you just brought that up now?
Look, I'm excited. I do feel the pressure's more on us than it is on them. Yes. In the sense of, they're League One now, we're Championship. They can give it all the bravado, and if they do lose, they're like, hang on a minute, mate, we're a league below you, so, you're sort of half expected to go through.
Yes, but you were in the Championship last season.
We're at home. So yeah. I think the pressure's on us, and I think we need to go out and spank them completely. That would be my my ideal scenario.
Okie doke.
So there we go. Look, let's talk about Derby. I don't know how to feel about Derby, if I'm honest. I think I'm happy / bit disappointed / a little bit sad, maybe, that it didn't quite go our way. I don't know. Look, starting 11, Okonkwo kept his place. Brunt, which I think a lot of us expected, especially after we saw Callum Doyle in the starting 11 against Reading. Mm-hmm. Hyam,
I didn't expect it because I put Doyle in my starting 11. So
Hyam, Cleworth. On the right, Kabore. On the left, Longman. In the middle, Sheaf, O'Brien, Dobson. Special shout out for Dobson because...
Oh my God, he was superb.
Oh, he is so good at the moment, and I every week, he
just puts his body on the line every single game at the moment.
I swear he listens to this podcast, and he heard me completely write him off at the start of the season, and every week he is just proving me wrong every game.
Well, if he listens to this podcast, George, I love you.
Come on, mate.
Take her off my hands.
And Windass just in behind Moore, very similar to, not very similar to, exactly the same as we played away at Norwich. On the bench, we had Burton, Scar, Doyle, Barnett, McLean, James, Thomason, Broadhead and Smith. Windass captain again. It sort of feels that's going to be the trend, and that's going to be the natural thing.
And then when he comes off and McLean doesn't come on, it seems to go to Matty James.
Yes, if he is on. And if he isn't, it will just get cycled around the whole team until, I don't know. It's, one of them. No Connor Cody in the matchday squad. It's worth saying we're filming this on Saturday afternoon because we had an early kickoff. We haven't heard anything of why Connor Cody wasn't involved at all in the matchday squad. But yeah, he wasn't in there.
And he wasn't involved in Tuesday's game either.
No, he was on the bench for that, though.
Was he?
Yeah, he was,
I never look at the bench. I just look at the starting 11.
So, look, they had a chance after about 20 seconds. The lad did awfully with it. We should have done a lot better. Certainly should have tested Arthur, and it was one of them where you're going, wake up, lads.
Oh, yeah. I heard a lot of people around us going, come on.
Yeah, wake up.
Come on, lads.
It is full on wake up time. We can't.
You're not warming up now, lads.
Yeah, I know. So that was dangerous. I think the first thing of note probably that happened was a definite plus in the Wrexham side of the box. Big tick in that. And that was a tackle came in from Lewis O'Brien. About the 9th minute, give or take, something like that. And me and my dad turned to each other and we just went, oh, he's off. He's off. He missed the ball completely. He caught the lad on the ankle. It looked bad. It just looked bad. And we went, oh, he's off. The ref got the yellow out quick. He had it in his hand. Didn't show it straight away, but he had the yellow out.
Yeah.
The Derby fans weren't, the Derby players were not happy at all. They all sort of, they were all screaming.
I think the
all
Derby...
the Wrexham fans did this. They did a little sink into their chair.
I think
as far down as they could go and go, if we're all really quiet, maybe he won't send him off. And it was just really quiet. And then he put the yellow up and everyone went, oh, and then we can all relax back into the game again.
I do think, though, that Derby player, he made a meal of that.
Right, I'll stop you right there before you say something that you shouldn't. When we finish this, I will show you a replay. He did not make a meal of that.
Okay.
He bent his ankle in half.
Yeah, but he got up and went, he was fine after.
Oh, yeah, so that's okay. Yeah, that's fine.
If you're not getting stretched off, you're fine.
Brilliant. I like it. I like that mentality, If you're not unconscious, just get up and carry on. Yes, okay, that's fair enough. It was a bad one.
Okay.
It was a bad one. You saw his ankle buckle. It was studs up. It was into the ankle. I think the only thing that saved him was the fact that it was quite low, in the sense of he caught him right on the ankle and you saw his ankle bend, basically. And but I think because it was so low down, that is the one thing that saved him. Another few inches higher, he's gone straight away.
Yeah.
100%. In my opinion, he should have been gone for that. But he 100% got away with one, and I was happy with that. And we, the whole conversation started then was maybe he was a little bit too hyped up because we got him from Nottingham Forest. So Nottingham Forest's rivals are Derby.
Ah.
Right. So there is already that fueled rivalry within him against Derby. I heard them chanting Forest reject a few times at him, like fans do, the Derby fans and all that sort of thing. So yeah, it was just a case of going, just calm down a touch, because I think, like I say, I think he was lucky. He was lucky to stay on the pitch, in my opinion. Not in yours by the sound of it, but I don't think, from what you're saying, I don't think you've had the benefit of a replay.
No.
Because we were obviously at the game. So, yeah.
I said, do you know what? Weirdly, talking about that, when he went down, I said to the lady next to me, I was like, do you know what? Sometimes I wish they had like replay cameras.
In this instance, I am really glad they didn't.
Yeah, no, just so because I missed it. You see.
Yeah.
So yeah. But
you've got a right cheek then, haven't you? You missed it. And you still accusing the lad of making a meal of it.
No, the reason why I say that he was making a meal of it is because...
How dare you, Sean?
No, because he was writhing all over the floor, and then when he walked off the pitch and he was standing on the sideline, and then he seemed fine. So I thought maybe but I haven't seen it, but I'm obviously going to stick up for...
of course, and you always should. Look, the game's done. We're in the comfort of our lovely little studio here, and we can speak the truth. It was a red. So, and we can move on. I think Kabore picked up where he left off last week.
Oh!
Superb.
He's such a good player.
Oh, he is though, isn't he?
I've got a horrible feeling that Man City are going to want him back.
They probably will, and I think, it's never fall in love with a lone player, but my God, he's good.
And Alfie will be wearing Kabore on the back of his Man City shirt one day, I reckon.
I don't know, but he's good, and I would like to think, if it continues this way, I would like to think that we might put a cheeky offer in to see if we can tempt him. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to go, but... fantastic. He put a few crosses in, great crosses in that first half. Kiefer almost got his head onto a couple, but it was 0-0 at half time, and for me it was probably fair to be all square at half time. And I think you don't really know what you're going to get from Wrexham in the second half anymore. You don't
know what Parky's saying to them in the dressing room, do you?
No, because we had the Norwich scenario last week where it was like, went in 1-0 down at half-time, and then we blew them away in a 15-minute spell, and we just looked superb. We've been 2-0 up at half-time in games, and we've ended up, not taking all 3 points. So, we're only in, like, a few games into the season, so we don't know what Wrexham we're going to get in that second half. So it is a little bit of a nerve-wracker, I think. Second half, Windass had a decent shot from the edge of the box, well saved by the keeper. Then their defender went to put it out for a corner from a cross and put it against his own post, which was really lucky that he didn't put that in. Well, did I say unlucky? Lucky. It was lucky for him, not so much for us. Put it against his own post. Then Arthur, it sort of felt a bit frantic all of a sudden. Then they went the other end. Arthur made 2 really good saves.
He did, to be fair.
Back to back. He saved well. It went back out, got recycled, came back in. He made another save from almost on his knees, it sort of felt. And the game was sort of blown wide open from that point. We went 1-0 up, not long after that, another Kabore assist, cross in, O'Brien got his head on it, 1-0, happy days. I didn't feel that was done and dusted, though. I would liked it to have been, and I would have liked us to have pushed on and got another one. But Ben, I hate Ben. I've got to say it. I just hate Ben Brereton Diaz.
Why?
I don't know. And it's not because he scored against us today. I just don't like him as a player. He's played, I don't know if it's his Sheffield United connections. I don't know what it is. I just don't like him as a player. And I thought anyone score. If they're going to score, let it be anyone. But it was him. And I probably hats off to him because I've watched it back, and it's just we've had some stormers scored against us this season.
But it's to be expected, we're in the Championship.
And that's another one to add to the list of absolute screamers that have been scored against us.
I said last week that I reckon our away form is going to be so much better than our home form this year.
Seems that way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There's lots of huffing and puffing after that, but it ended 1-1. Broadhead was really good when he come on. Me and Alfie were talking while the game was on, and we were like, the energy and the speed of play is just, it's mind-boggling how different it is from the last few seasons that we've played, because it's just touch, pass, run, move, and it's all so quick and so good to watch. even when we've been playing, quote unquote, playing well, sometimes it's been a bit slow and a bit, sort of predictable, and people have been like, come on, a bit, but it's so different now. And I did think Broadhead was good, and I got it. He had a free kick, didn't he? Just not far outside the box, and he just managed to catch the top of the wall.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, it ended 1-1. It's another point. I get, the search continues for a win at home.
So bizarre, because we're so used to, our wins being at home and not being, being undefeated at home. And now it's like we're 7 games in, and we're still waiting for that win at the racecourse.
Yeah.
In a league game, obviously, because we beat Reading on Tuesday, but that.
It's strange, isn't it? And we've won twice away.
Yeah.
We come really close to beating Southampton away, and it's. Yeah, I'll take points wherever they come at the moment, and Saturday felt like a game that we probably should have won.
Yeah.
Without sounding delusional or arrogant for any rival fans that are listening, but it felt like a game that was there to be won.
Yeah.
And I don't think...
I think every game's there to be won.
As it was getting played out, in front of us, it
yeah.
felt like it was there to be won, and maybe we didn't grasp that opportunity to actually win it. Man of the match for you?
Oh, George Dobson, all day long.
Yeah.
All day long. He was just superb. He, like I said before, he puts his body on the line continuously. He's not afraid to go in for, legal tackles.
Legal tackles.
I just think I never had any doubt that George Dobson would be perfect in the Championship.
Oh, come on. You can't. That's just inadvertently throwing me under the bus again, isn't it?
Well, but no, I absolutely love George Dobson. I said last week the reason why I love George Dobson, but the fact that he is, putting himself on the line constant. I'm not saying other players don't do this, but you just see it. And I think maybe
it's not just that though. It's everything. It's his touch. It's his passing. It's everything's so good from him at the moment.
I feel like you did say, and you've apologised. You've said sorry. I said that you wouldn't do well in the Championship, but I feel like he is made for the Championship.
It seems that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, he made silly mistakes when we were in League One, and but now I don't know. He just see in my eyes he can't do anything wrong at the moment.
No, I cannot disagree with you. I really can't. So we're 15th now in the Championship.
When we
for
scored.
A little bit. We're for a little bit.
bit.
Yeah. So we're 15th. 1-2, drawn 2, lost 3. So we're on 8 points at the moment. Highest placed promoted team at the moment.
Are we?
No. I'm asking you, who do you think is?
Birmingham.
No, absolutely not. It is Charlton, who are 7th at the moment on 11 points. So well done to them.
Fair play to you guys.
It's such a weird one, isn't it? Where the team that have come up through the playoffs are actually at the moment the highest placed team. Let's see.
But we are only on game 7.
We are indeed, Sean.
Things
so
can
change
very
right
quickly.
Yeah. So yeah, there we go. It's one of them.
It's onward.
We are I don't know. Onwards and upwards, I suppose.
We've got Tuesday. Yeah, we've got Tuesday. Is George Dobson your man of the match?
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. I couldn't honestly. I couldn't have given it to any. I could have. Kabore I thought was great. I'm falling in love with Ben Sheaf slowly but surely, because I think he's brilliant. I really like Dom Hyam. I think he's very good.
Talking of Dom Hyam,
not Hyman as you called him last week.
I know, yeah. I don't know if anyone noticed that actually. So thanks for bringing that up again.
They did definitely.
Did they?
Yeah.
Listening to him, like when they were, I think Derby were having a throw in. It's not the right way of saying it.
Taking a throw,
whatever. And obviously our back three was Lewis Brunt, Cleworth, and Hyam.
Yeah.
So I just say Dom. And you could obviously Hyam is an experienced player.
Yeah.
And although Max has come through the ranks and is now in the Championship, it was nice to kind of hear Hyam sort of giving him direction.
Yeah, I think you need a general in there.
Yeah.
And I think as much as people can throw shade at Connor Cody for maybe some of the stuff that he's done when he's been in this season, he is that as well.
Yeah.
100%. He is that defensive general who will organise his troops. And Dom Hyam is that as well.
Yeah, it was nice to see. And one day Max will be
potentially, but he has got a long way to go. But potentially, a shout out for Lewis Brunt as well. I thought he was superb today, and I thought arguably. Not arguably, it was definitely the right call to bring him back and drop and sit sort of Callum on the bench 100%. I thought he was brilliant.
Do you think though, when Parky brings back players, brings them in if they haven't played a few games or haven't started a few games? Sorry, I hiccuped then. They kind of have something to prove, not just in themselves, but they have something to prove to the fans, and also Parky going, you bringing me on in the starting 11, you've made the right decision, and I'm going to prove that to you. And I think that happens, and I think Lewis did that today.
He definitely
I
did.
like Lewis. I think he's.
I do as well. I really do. I think there's some longevity in him in the Wrexham
with
team.
A few players.
Yeah. 2 games this week. First or second?
I'm going to go Leicester today.
Okay, off you go.
So Leicester, they are 8th. Sorry, no, it's not. It's our 8th league game of the season, and it's on Tuesday. It's the last game in September.
Mad that.
It is very scary. And it's on Tuesday the 30th of September. It's a 7:45 kickoff UK time. It's away at the King Power Stadium in Leicester. The capacity of their stadium is 32,259. Oh, ridiculous. It's 102 miles away, so it's about 2 hours. No, sorry, it's not. It is 2 hours and 10 minutes.
No, it's not. No, it is about 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Okay.
It is 102 miles away.
But it depends where you go.
But it's about 2 hours, 10 minutes.
Okay.
This is ground to ground, remember. It's not about where you live.
Yeah.
It's ground to ground.
Okay. So Leicester was founded in 1884, and they finished 18th in the Premier League last season on 25 points and were relegated.
Yeah.
In the last 12 seasons, they've spent 10 in the Premier League and 2 in the Championship, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, the two that they've been in the Championship, they've been promoted. I think that's right. Yeah.
So that's scary. They famously won the Premier League in 2016. They won the FA Cup in 2021, and were champions of the Championship in 2024. So not that long ago, 2 years ago.
No. 1 year.
Oh God, yeah. I'm just losing track of days, years, whatever. Last game with them was a 0-0 draw at the Racecourse and a 1-0 defeat away from home in 81-82. Again, another season where we were just like little wee nippers.
Yeah.
The nickname is the Foxes. Please tell me why. Do you know why?
They've got a fox on their badge.
Really? Is that all?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I have no idea.
And they play in blue. So they played West Brom on last Friday, and they drew 1-1.
Yeah, they did. So they were the early game on of the weekend. So they kicked off the weekend on Friday. They're also fifth. Sorry, I thought you were going to carry on. They're fifth.
Oh, no, because you're taking the notes off now, so I don't know.
There is no notes because we're recording on Saturday afternoon. They're fifth in the championship at the moment on 12 points. So they've won 3, drawn 3, and lost 1 so far this season. So, yes. Prediction, Siân?
Oh. I'm gonna have to do a draw, 1-1.
Okay. I'm gonna go for shock.
10-0.
2-0 Wrexham.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you are very, very.
Oh, I'm
brave.
going riding that wave of away form, and I'm gonna go with 2-0 Wrexham.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Second game of the week is Birmingham City, and that is on Friday night. 9th league game of the season. It's on Friday, as I said, the 3rd of October. It's an 8 p.m. kickoff UK time. At home at the Racecourse. Birmingham founded in 1875. They finished first in League One, obviously, as we well know, last season on 111 points. Prior to last season, they'd spent 13 straight seasons in the Championship. They were last in the Premier League in the 2010-2011 season.
The year we met.
Yeah. We played them twice last season. We lost 3-1 at St Andrews. We got battered, to be fair there.
We did get battered.
And we drew 1-1 at the Racecourse. Probably should have won that one. I think that's fair to say.
What, they should have won that?
We should have won that one.
We should have.
Yeah. Nicknames the Blues. They play in...
Black.
Blue, obviously. They lost 3-1 away at Coventry on Saturday. So that leaves them 11th at the moment in the Championship. They're on 10 points. They've won 3, drawn 1, and lost 3 this season. Siân, prediction.
Oh, moving on to you, Siân. It's at home. We know we can beat them at home.
Do we? When do we do that?
Okay, we drew them at home. I'm going to go 2-1 Wrexham.
2-1 Wrexham. I'm going to go for a tight game. I'm going to go for a 1-0 win.
Wrexham.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, so.
Yeah, there we go.
We
right.
Shall see.
We will see. Quick fantasy EFL update. So first, I think he was first last week. It's Nick. Second is Joshua. And third is A. Wilcox. But Ben Parker is coming up, trying to break into that top 3. So come on, Ben. Come on, Ben. Get a little move on. If you would like to support the show, you can do that by buying us a coffee, and you do that by visiting buymeacoffee.com/me-the-wife. Big shout out to the Phoenix Reds again this week. Thank you so much. They left us a little message that said a little more support to help you gel.
And also Karen.
And a little smiley face. Yes, sorry.
Karen and Mark as well. They've, they supported the show.
Yeah.
They did leave us a message, but I cannot read it because my phone is currently timing as
in use.
Yes. So I can't read it.
Thank you very much to all of you. It is much appreciated.
I do know that Karen said that not only does she love listening to us talk about Wrexham, but she also loves watching our relationship as well.
Yes, which is nice. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that I don't know what I was going to say. Sorry, I'll move on. Look, if you do want to get in touch with us.
I hate
it's all
him.
Fake. We do. We're not even married.
We don't even have a child together.
We're just actors. We happen to work for the same agency and we were put together. It's not even our house, this. Anyway, sorry. Look, if you would like to get in touch, you can do. You can comment on this video if you're watching on YouTube. You can click contact the show at the bottom of the description if you're listening to this as a podcast. Alternatively, all the social media guff that goes on. Blue Sky.
Do you know all that work that goes into that guff?
I just mean social media in general. I hate it.
I'm not a fan of it, but it's a need must when you've got a podcast.
It is. So Blue Sky X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads. I'm sure there's other pointless social media out there. Or you can email us at methewife and wrexhamafc@gmail.com. I would much rather receive a letter with a lovely, like, stamp on the back.
Like Taskmaster when they do their tasks.
Yes.
Like a little bit, what they call it, a little rubber candle.
Like a
wax.
rubber stamp. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd much prefer that. But we don't live in that world anymore. More's the pity. Let's move on.
God, you sound old.
Quick shout out for Dragon Chat before we do the quiz. It's a mental health peer support group. They run 2 weekly Zoom calls. One is on a Monday at 8 p.m. and that is for women. The other is on Thursday at 7 p.m. and that is for men. If you want to get on them calls, go to the Wrexham AFC website. If you go to the communities tab, then scroll to health and you'll find Dragon Chat in there. Alternatively, the details of how to get on the calls are in the description of this video on YouTube and pretty much every video we've ever done on YouTube. Quiz time. So we played Derby on Saturday.
Can I just say before we start?
Yeah.
How impressed were people that I got 9 out of 10 last week? I've had loads of comments about it.
Very impressed. I being one of them.
Yes,
I was impressed.
I'm shocked.
So am I.
Myself.
Equally am I.
Yes.
So Derby notoriously, not on Saturday, but notoriously play in white. Okay, that is their kit. So I've done a quiz called White or Not Quite. Okay, so I'm going to read out a team from the Championship, and you have to decide if one of their 3 kits, home, away, or third shirt for this season, the 25-26 season, is white.
All white or just
predominantly white? Let's say
that. Are you predominantly white or are you predominantly blue?
This, I wouldn't include something like this because this is this is hoops. So hoops or stripes, I wouldn't include. Okay. Predominantly white. Okay. So if it had like a single sash, but the shirt was white, I would say that was predominantly white. Okay. Happy? So basically, I will read out the team. Your answer should be white or not quite. Okay?
Okay.
Happy? No. Number 1, Birmingham City. White or not quite?
White.
You're saying white?
Yes.
Correct. They do have a white away shirt. That is correct. Okay. Number 2, Ipswich Town.
White.
White. Incorrect. So they've got blue, red, and black.
It's okay. I got 9 out of 10 last week, so
1 out of 2, 50% this week. You can get 4 out of 5 still.
Well, there's only 5 this week.
Only 5 this week. Okay. Yes. Question 3. Number 3. Sorry, Bristol City.
Not quite.
Not quite. Sorry, Bristol City do have a white shirt.
I've just blown it, haven't I?
Yeah, so it's 1 out of 3. Yeah, okay. It's troubling.
But the thing is, though, I don't really pay attention to other teams' shirts.
Okay, good. Any more excuses you want to come out with before we
before
we carry on?
And
stick them in that for now.
True excuse.
If you think of another one, you can bring that one in when you get the next one wrong. Yeah. Okay. Number 4, Sheffield United. What were you going to say then?
Nothing. I wasn't going to say anything.
I'm speaking to my agent after this. Right, go on. Sheffield United is number 4. White or not quite?
White.
Yes, they do have a white shirt this season. So that's 2 out of 4. Not bad. You're back up to 50%. I think the only way you're getting a sort of grade of respectable is by getting the last one right to get 3 out of 5.
Okay.
That's fair, though, isn't it?
Wrexham.
5, Watford.
Oh.
White or not quite?
Not quite.
That is correct. So they've got their like red and yellow sort of stripy thing, a green one and a blue one this season.
I find it so bizarre that a lot of Championship and Premier League teams have gambling sites as their sponsors.
Weird, innit? It is weird. And
I find it really bizarre because, like, it's so wrong.
Do you know why?
Because they pay loads of money.
Correct. And that is the end of the story. They pay a lot of money to do it, and because they've got a lot of money. and they make more money by advertising on the front of football shirts.
Yeah.
So look, it's it is what it is. But look,
that is definitely the name of this week's episode.
It is what
it is. What it is, because he said it quite a lot in our lives, and it's just.
It's so hard. I
meant lives, I meant lives as in the lives of our podcast, not our general lives.
That is very much how I feel this week.
He looks at me and he goes, well, it is what it is.
Because that's sort of, we came away with a point, and it could have been better. Perhaps it could have been worse.
We didn't lose. We have to take the positives out of it.
We do have to take the positives. We probably, there could have been more positives, but there also could have been more negatives. Look.
Oh, by the way, we need to get rid of the steward that sits in front of us as well.
Oh my God! Don't get me started on him. Maybe we'll talk a bit more about that. It's not Laurie, by the way.
Oh God,
Laurie's still lovely. But
we love Laurie.
Yeah, there's some issues there. We'll talk about him another time, I think. He's done my head in today. He was telling a fan in front of me. He was shouting and cheering.
Like you do at a football match.
He leaned into him and said, you need to calm down
a little bit. Oh, he did the hand gesture as well.
You need to calm down a little bit. And it's like, mate, this is a football game.
So
what
not
are
in the right job.
What are you talking about? Sit back on your little chair.
But he kept looking because I kept staring at him, and he kept looking at me like, and I thought, are you going to say something to me?
If he's the boss, of them all.
I said that to you. I said I think he's the boss. Yeah. But he needs to wind his neck in.
Look, it is what it is. Look, we hope you have a great week. And if I'm honest, I can't wait to be sat here next week recording this again, because it means like the week will be behind me. That it feels like a monstrous week ahead. So look, enjoy whatever it is that you're doing. Catch us on Tuesday, about an hour before the game. We hope we will be there. We'll do the lineup reveal, or we'll have a little chat about the lineup before we go into the stadium. Fingers crossed for the week ahead. We hope we're sitting here next week with 6 points in our back pocket, but we will wait and see. Enjoy your week, guys. See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.